Hi, I'm Frank. Welcome to my woodturning channel. This week I'm going to turn this square piece into this. This is a disc-shaped vase which can be used for dry flowers, or with a test tube in here. I have a small test tube. With a test tube inserted in here, you can use fresh flowers and put a little bit of water in here. This disc-shaped vase project is something I've seen done over the years, and most recently I saw Dennis Belcher from Florida do a demonstration on it. So I was kind of intrigued with it and I thought I would give it a try. Dennis wrote an article in the American Association of Woodturners magazine, and I'm basically following his dimensions and scaling. But in terms of the process of actually making the piece, I kind of use my own way of making it. Here I'm just bandsawing the corners out. There's a lot of measuring and manipulating in this project involved. First I start out with the grain oriented along the bed of the lathe, and then I'm going to produce a tenon here. I think this is a stronger way to have the tenon on the end grain rather than on the side grain. This next step is to produce the top scalloped area, and this is end grain and I'm turning really the wrong direction, but with a sharp tool and light cuts I'm able to get a pretty clean surface without tear out. Now, without the tool rest in place, I have to make nice light cuts just to make sure the piece doesn't fall out of the chuck. It's really important to make sure you have the right drill size, and then check your test tube to make sure it goes down as far as you want and that it goes in and out easily. In my case, I actually had to use a 16.5 millimeter drill to make the test tube work properly. After truing up the outside, I then was lucky enough to have large jaws in my chuck that I could center the piece. If you don't have this, you can use cold jaws instead. And here I'm attaching a sacrificial piece of wood with hot melt glue. Now is the time to cut and flatten the base, because once it's turned, to do this operation would be very difficult. Next, I'm going to shape the both sides of the disc, just using a 1/2-inch bowl gouge. And sometimes I'm using pull cuts, and sometimes I'm using push cuts. If you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You could build some kind of custom holding method to turn the glue area, but I'm just using the vacuum chuck here. My darn shoulder got in the way of some of the camera shots here, so this part here seems a bit fragmented, but basically I turned the bottom until the contour was the way I wanted it, and then proceeded to do sanding. To finish these pieces, I'm just going to spray them with lacquer. This was a fun little project, but it did require a lot of different steps, and they had to be done in the right order, or you couldn't get back to certain areas after you turned them. So it was really important to do it in the right sequence. I decided to do a bit of a production run of these. There's some padauk, some spalted maple, curly maple, there's some ash, and there's some beech. Here I'm just showing how the test tube easily fits in and out if you want to use it for live flowers with water in it.